Hmm. So they only gave Love and Hip Hop Miami 10 episodes. I guess this was just kind of a test run to see how it's going to do. And, I'm pretty sure that we can all say that it is definitely coming back for next season of the show. So, yeah. Oh, Lord, there's so much to talk about. Okay, so getting into this episode, it began with Trina and Trick Daddy. They are forever doing interviews on this franchise. Everybody's on a radio station just talking to people. So Trick and Trina, they have the TNT album coming out, and they're promoting that, and they're talking about that on the radio, and yada to the yada. So after the whole interview, they go to the side. Trina pulled Trick to the side. I was just like, yo, let's talk about Joy. Joy, my cousin Joy, really wants the divorce. And Trick Daddy was just like, I ain't gonna give her no divorce. I ain't gonna give her nothing. And, she can't be with me. Then she gonna have nobody. And Trick Daddy openly said, out of his own mouth, he says, basically, that if she can't deal with me, then I ain't never gonna give her no divorce. So Trick Daddy's really being petty. I tweeted, Trick Daddy is the oldest, pettiest man in the world. The fact that he don't want Joy to move on with her life, and since she don't want to be with him, she can't be with nobody. I mean, she can, but she'll technically still be married to him, which means that she will be cheating. So it's just absolutely ridiculous how he thinks. Wow. Just wow. Let that woman go, Trick Daddy. Child, you'll find some other woman somewhere. Somebody your age. But Trick Daddy want them young strippers and thoughts and all that. And it's just like, no. You're not cute enough for that, Trick. Not no more. Okay, so moving on. We move to Pleasure P. Pleasure P has a little scene with Pretty Ricky. It's 5 in the morning. Yes. It's actually 7:30 in the morning. Here, darling. But he has a scene with Trick Daddy. With Pleasure P has a scene with Pretty Ricky. They showed clips of Slickum. He pulled down his pants and showed the people his member. And he also took a photo online of him showing his member and all that kind of stuff. And no, he took off his pants at a concert they showed, and he showed him nude from the front on Instagram or somewhere, so he had to block him. And Slickum just wild out of control, child. When you look like that, you got to do other things to get attention. And he ain't never been a cute one in the group, and so he got to do stuff to stand out. He does. So I was just like, Lord. Pleasure P, he brought up the whole thing with Blue Boy, whoa, working with Shay Johnson, and he was just like, yo, I just thought that was just real messed up, man. How can you do me like that, man? And I was thinking the same thing Blue was thinking, like, why the hell is you bringing that up now, Pleasure P? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, why are we rehashing that old mess? Why are we bringing that up? Now, I do understand why you would be upset by the whole thing, but again, why are we bringing it up? Why? What's the point of bringing it up now? Seriously. So, they kind of squash it and just let it go. They're brothers at the end of the day. Yada to the yada. Whoop to whoop to whoop. So, yeah. Gunplay, he believes in whatever his religion is, Gunplay's. Y'all tell me in the comments what's Gunplay's religion and what exactly was he saying, what he believes in and stuff. And I'll give y'all a shout out in Love and Hip Hop Miami reunion review. If y'all tell me in the comments exactly what that whole little ceremony thing meant, where he him and the shaman, basically one of his homeboys, they release fruit into the ocean to get rid of the bad demons and get rid of all the the hardships on your life. And don't tell me in the comments what was going on there. But anyway, he did a spiritual healing, and it got real ignorant when Big Booty, Big Titty, Kiara came down. And they had a conversation, and she basically gave Gunplay an ultimatum, just like, look, I know you don't do ultimatums, but you're gonna not play around with my life and my time. I moved from Atlanta to come down here to be with you, but now you get back on drugs and getting into all this stuff that you said that you was gonna get rid of, but you're still out here doing it. And I don't have time to play with you right now, and so I'm gonna go my way unless you can go to rehab. And men, you can't talk to men like that, child. Their ego. So he was just like, you're going to give me an ultimatum. An ultimatum? How you going to give me an ultimatum? You know who I am? She says, I know exactly who you are, a crackhead. And you are not finna get me on that stuff. This is not finna be no Bobby and Whitney situation. And you're not going to do me like that. I'm better than that. I know my worth. You need to know yours. She was like, you almost 40. You need to stop. And I was just like, yes. Tell them, sis. So, at the end, they show their final goodbyes and, what they have looking forward to in the future. And he actually did go to Gunplay. So, I truly do wish Gunplay the best of luck. I feel like at his core, he's a really good person. I wish him the best of luck with rehab and stuff. And I have family members who've been on drugs and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure we all have family members and friends that have been on drugs or is currently on drugs, and so I've seen it firsthand. So God bless Gunplay and Kiara while we're at it. They didn't show those two Siamese cats at all, Chinese Kitty and Chinese Nikki, and I'm glad about that. Thank you. Okay, so we got the TNT barbecue, child, Trina and Trick barbecue, where everybody's invited. I could never have all them people in my house. I don't know if they was at the house. I think they rented a building. They was outside at the fairground. They was somewhere. But they hosted a barbecue, and when anybody can come. So it's extra ignorant. And you never know who's coming through those doors, because they just come for a plate. But they're going to start a little mess while they're in there before they get their potato salad, slaw, and baked beans. Excuse me, y'all. Nose running like Joy, child. How she was running out the shade. Ooh. So we get to Trick and Trina. First people they showed was Miami Tip and Bobby Lights. They was walking down the strip, just chilling. Bobby had on an old nasty flamingo around his neck, and they were talking, and Bobby and Trina are cousins, and they had got into it last episode. Trina basically said, "You'll never be me, baby. You'll never be on my level." As if her level is just not in Miami, but whatever. In her mind, she's who is she? In her mind, in Trina's mind, she's Queen Latifah or somebody. It is amazing to have that much confidence. I love it though. I love it. So. They were walking and talking. He goes in there, Bobby. He goes in there to talk to Trina. Miami Tip left, and basically the conversation was just like, she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do him," and yada to the yada. Bobby was just like, "Look, well, you're my cousin, and that means something to me." And Trina was just like, "Well, you need to stop using my name as a come up." What come up? Oh my God. Does Trina not get that she is only a superstar in Miami? Does she not get that? Ooh. So Trina did not apologize for anything. None of the mean things she said. Bobby's gonna take her crap until he gets tired of it. So good luck to that whole family reunion situation. I couldn't be bothered. It's just, I can't stand that whole talking down to me thing. Who in the hell? So what we got? So we got Veronica and Young Hollywood. I thought they took them off this show. But we got Veronica and Young Hollywood. They in the car talking. Basically, Veronica told Young Hollywood that if you mess with Amara, you can't mess with me. You know, my real friend, you are, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, oh, God, it's just so ridiculous. Young Hollywood was with Amara, but then he quickly flipped back to Veronica, and he's just, oh my God. I just can't give him too much. I really can't. He makes my head hurt so bad. My skin crawl. So anyway, they're on the way to the barbecue because everybody's invited. Then we have Amara and JoJo. They're already at the barbecue. I wonder how they're going to feed all these people. Anyway, Amara and JoJo is at the barbecue. Amara is filling JoJo in on what's tea with Veronica and what happened, how they got into a fight outside the club, and she was just like, I just really wanted to grab her, and she was just like, Steph is genuinely a peacemaker, she's a nice person, but she keep being caught in the middle of this. And lo and behold, here comes Steph. You know, Steph always come before Veronica come, and she was just like, hey, how y'all doing? And Amara started talking about Veronica, saying that she's not a good person, she's fake, yada yada yada. Then here comes Veronica that comes up, and Young Hollywood. Veronica walks up and she's like, oh, well, here's this colorful bitch, here's this fake black Latina girl, and it's just all kinds of crazy stuff that she was saying. I was just like, wow. And Amara looked like she was gonna cry, like she legit just couldn't believe it, that this girl was just going off on her like this. And because in her mind, and because in Veronica's mind, she's also black, so she don't think she's being offensive. But it's only in your mind, Veronica. So, Veronica gets up and tells JoJo, and you, bitch, if you ever run back and tell something. JoJo's just standing right there looking at her. You know, JoJo's clearly not about that life, and that's okay, because, you know, she's a millionaire, they say. No, I like JoJo. She do look like an angry bird. Veronica had that right. She do. She's a cute girl. But she do look like that little cartoon with the birds, child. So anyway, Amara, she had said one too many things to them. Amara dives over the picnic table like Mariah Lynn tried to get her. I think maybe she grabbed her hair or something. Veronica Vega cussing, eat shit. And I'm from Hialeah and all this kind of stuff. I guess that's a hood in Miami. Hold on, let me take a break. So they go over to talk, meaning Veronica and Young Hollywood. They're both sitting there laughing, proud about what they did. They're sitting down talking. Then we have Steph go over to them. And, you know, Amara's looking from the corner of her eye. She was just like, just please let me hit her. Please let me just hit her one time. And, yeah, of course they wouldn't let them fight. And she was just like, you know what, I don't need friends like Steph. She chose a side and she's fake as hell. Yes, Steph is fake. And she was just like, Steph has no personality, and she's don't. She's just a tag along, but she's messy, low key behind the scenes. But you wouldn't think she's messy because she's so quiet and quote unquote nice. But it's just, it's craziness. Veronica was just like, these girls are fake. Why are you hanging out with these fake girls? They don't stand for nothing. She's sitting talking about Amara, Veronica, talking about she's sitting here with fake hair on, but she's real, trying to preach to little girls to be themselves, but you're not even being yourself. So because somebody wears fake hair, that makes them not themselves, Veronica. That makes them not real. Because somebody has platinum blonde hair like you do, which is not your original color, does that make you less real than what you claim you are? Me having these goddess locks, does that make me less real because I have goddess locks? Hooker, I just wanted goddess locks. Okay? Like, your logic and the way that you think is crazy. And you thinking that just because you're from Hialeah, which is a hood in Miami, you know, one of many hoods, I'm sure, because it's a big city. You thinking that you from the hood makes you black is the craziest shit I've ever heard of. There's white people in the hood. There was white people in the hood where I grew up at. You know, wasn't no Latinas that I could think of. There was white people. Oh yes. Have you ever heard of Trailer Park? That's white people hood, child. The black folks get the inner city, the projects, child, the ghetto, whatever. But they all ghetto, technically. She is crazy. My great grandmother was black. Everybody's great grandmother was black. Okay? Or white. That's like saying if my great grandmother was white, that makes me white. No. You know how stupid I look going out saying I was a white man? That makes no sense, Veronica. And you seem like an intelligent woman, but the way that you think is crazy. You are not black. You are a white Latina. You fit in that same category that Amara was talking about. J-Lo, Shakira, Sofia Vergara, Salma Hayek, Pitbull. You know, white Latinas. You fit in that category. Amara's in the category of Juju from Love and Hip Hop New York. Lala Anthony, Christina Milian, Laz Alonso. You know, all these people are black Latinas. Even Trina is a black Latina, but you know, she just claims black or whatever. And you know, whatever. And so yeah. It's just it is bizarre. It is crazy. Talking about we all black. No, we're not. And the words that you were saying was really offensive, sis. You will never deal with the struggles that Amara has to deal with every single day. Now, I will say this. I will, give Amara a little bit too. It's just a general question. Amara has spoke in the past. Well, in the past, present, in the future, how she's not accepted by Latinos. They just see her as black, yada, yada. And, her struggles of being dark and all that kind of stuff. Which I completely get. I'm from South Carolina and I'm dark skinned myself. And my mama is even way darker than me. So I get it. I get all of it. But my question to the people, to y'all, is this. My beautiful people out there. Do y'all think that if Amara was accepted by the Latina culture, that she would just say that she was Latina and not black? But because she is so dark and because she's obviously black, she has to say black or put Afro in front of the Latina thing. But if Latinos accepted her as being just Latina, would she then claim black? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Let's talk in the discussion box. But I guess with that said, that would then inquire that racism never exists or that slavery never exists. So, it's very interesting. Very interesting. I just wanted to put that out there because I saw a video about somebody saying that they don't believe Amara's whole pro-black thing, and which I thought was ridiculous until I actually watched this video. And certain things just kind of make me think. I'm still with Amara. I still rock with Amara. I still think she's fabulous and amazing and beautiful. And she should maybe give this show maybe one more season and then get the hell off. But, because she's a superstar. Well, Veronica, Steph, these girls need the show. They're going to be on the show forever and a day. I just saw a Burlington Coat Factory commercial where Amara was in. You're doing it, sis. And I'm here for you and I'm proud of you. But I just needed to pose that question just to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about that and that whole thing? But Veronica, you're done, sis. You're done. You low-key share those same views as Young Hollywood. And you're saying that we're all black. Ask Young Hollywood if he thinks he's black. Because obviously, like some ignorant white people, he think that being black is a negative. By the things he was saying to Amara. He was talking about that woman's hair, her afro, and he don't get the whole black Latina thing. Y'all all black, right? Why aren't you as offended as Amara is? That's your sister, right? Y'all all black. Okay. moving on from that Veronica, because I just can't take her. This reunion's just gonna be so lit, and not in the best way. It's a mess. So what else is going on? So Malik and Jeffrey Child, they talking. And Jeffrey basically apologized to Malik, for going to Bobby's performance of his song Way Up, and he apologized and they hugged it out, yada yada. So we have it's late at night and we have Bobby and we have Miami Tip. They're talking, and then Malik and Jeffrey, they're walking across the street. Malik sees Jeffrey, calls him over to the car and say, come here. See, because you're the reason as to why me and my man is not working out and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, Malik, you stole Jeffrey from Bobby. Well, technically Jeffrey went on his own. So that's on Jeffrey. But still, you knew that he had a boyfriend, but you didn't care. You sitting here crying for this man in the bathroom when you're supposed to be taking a piss. And just crazy. You, Veronica, a lot of y'all can just go out my life right now. That's how y'all think. It's just ridiculous. That was your karma, sis. You really think ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you as to how you did Bobby? I don't care if you didn't know Bobby or not. You knew that Jeffrey was in a relationship and you still did not have a problem taking him. You still did not have a problem with him being in your bed, knowing he had a whole other man. Trashy slut. I can't even take it. Bobby was giving it to him across the car. Malik, come here, come right here. Malik sound like a drill sergeant or a preacher. He should be a preacher or something. I'm sure Bobby will come to the church with Jeffrey. But the gag is, Bobby was just like, you're mad, sis, and you're mad. Bobby was just like, don't try me, boo, because I'll hop over this car. And Bobby said that he was just like, look at me and look at you. I'm a professional. I make money. How much you make? Malik talking to Bobby. How much you make? Bobby was just like, I make chump change because I don't do the stuff that you do. And Bobby said something, but they bleaked it out. Malik might be an escort or some child. But he got upset. He didn't run over there to Bobby, though. I mean, it was this much space between them. He could have easily tried to run up at Bobby if he really wanted to. But he didn't. Malik is not a fighter, y'all. Sit down, queen. So they was getting into it. Then security had to come, and he got upset, took off his mic, threw it across the room, talking about he not gonna disrespect my profession like that. What's your profession? You ashamed to be an escort? If you ain't got no talent, I mean, what else you gonna do? A lot of people do it. Ain't nothing, no judgment zone here. I don't care what you do. Just be honest about it. Just be a real person, and I'm cool. Yeah, really. I genuinely am. But I just don't like Malik, so I don't have anything nice to say about him. Okay. So what else is going on, child? Oh, Veronica, apparently Jeffrey and Malik is still together to this day. JoJo, she sided with her mom, and her dad cut her off like he said he would. So she finna be, broke. And thank God for the show, because, she can make a little coins for the show from her. So the mama's getting half of what she deserves from the daddy, and that's about it. Angry Bird finna be broke bird. Okay, so what else is going on, child? Pleasure P. Pleasure P, he meets up with Joy. Him and Joy are friends. And Joy spots Dawn out the crowd. She's like, hey sis, come here. Dawn comes over. She was just like, oh, I'm here with my friend. Dawn's messy because Dawn is friends with Joy and Shay. And the whole thing with Joy telling Pleasure P that she saw Shay with Scrappy, and Pleasure P and Shay used to be a thing. So Dawn is messy. Dawn did all that, I'm sure. Well, at least she knew that Joy was going to be there with Pleasure P. So anyway, Shay comes over to the table with Pleasure P, Joy, and Dawn, and they're talking. Shay, extra petty, bad wigs. She was just like, hey, ex-lover, and hey, snitch. And Joy was just sitting there cool. Joy didn't say nothing to Shay. And Shay stirred it up. She kept going, talking about, let me tell you why I call you a snitch. Why did you feel the need to tell Pleasure P about me hanging with Scrappy? That's not my man. I ain't do nothing with him. Joe was just like, well, sis, I didn't see that. You need to take it down. She was like, I didn't know that. You need to take it down. But mind you, Joy, if you don't know something for sure, you need to not speak on it. But people do that all the time, so what the hell? And she was just like, well, I didn't tell, all this situation of what you doing, yada to the yada. It kept escalating because of Shay. Joy was just really chill about it. She was just like, child, whatever, calm down. Shay ended up throwing something. Joy threw something back. Shay gets up on the table. These girls like to climb tables. She gets up on the table, grabs Joy's hair. Then here security jumps in. Pleasure P is hugging Joy. Joy breaks loose. She takes off like the road runner to get Shay. Shay just looking around, don't know which direction Joyful Noise is coming at her. Joy almost got her, but didn't, of course. Then here comes security. It was just really, it was a hot fire mess. The whole situation. But it was interesting. I'm just like, Shay, this is another man you gave your heart, your body, and your whole soul to, and he didn't have your back. So Scrappy didn't have your back. Now Pleasure P didn't have your back. He was hugging all on Joyful Noise on this other woman. Shay, you really got issues, sis. I really like Shay, but she is doing too much and she has done too much. She is not from Miami and she's going around making enemies with everybody. She gonna get her ass stumped at the reunion. She gonna need help. Somebody help Shay. I know Shay can fight. She probably can hold her own against one more woman. But Joy is Trina's cousin. Trick and Trina run Miami, as we can see. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to pray for you, Shay. It was just a bad move. It wasn't that serious for you to hit Joy. It really wasn't. But that's the route you take. You have this whole thing of being Shay Johnson and having to prove how bad you are to people. Well, bad people can get their ass whooped too. Just like everybody else. So, you're going to be fighting for your final days. My God. So what else happened? I think that was pretty much the end of it. This episode was actually everything. It held my attention the entire time. It was completely 100% jam-packed from beginning to end. The ending they showed Trina and Trick. They was performing at the barbecue. I wonder if they charged people to come in. Was it free? It looked like it was free. Looking at the audience, Trina looked like a snow crab. She looked like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. I don't know what the hell Trina had on. I don't think she did either. Very daring. She's very daring with her fashions. Indeed. What else? I think that's pretty much it. The reunion, they didn't say when the reunion was, but of course I'm here for it whenever it is. And yeah, I think I pretty much talked about everything. I think I got every single situation, got everything off my chest, and now I can move on with my life. And with that said, I'm Mr. Chalake, or at least to the reunion. Come on, I'm Mr. Chalake, or at least until my another video, my next video, whenever that's gonna be. I'm Mr. Chalake, Mr. Chalake on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld Instagram and Twitter, at ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King was here, but Chase King on Facebook. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will be going to DR actually this week, Wednesday through Saturday. I'm going to Dominican Republic, home of Amara La Negra, and a few of these others. So, let y'all know how the whole trip went and everything. So, anyway, child, they have worn me out, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.